We have an aquatic animals tier list. I like this one because it's got the names on it. Some of the other ones I do have to guess a little bit, if I'm going to be real. I am a zoologist, degreed zoologist, bachelors of science in zoology, wildlife bio as my specialization. So I studied animals in college. I didn't study many marine animals, though. So this is just vibes, I think. We'll just do coolest, S, F, terrible. I hope none end up in F, but some might end up in F, so we'll see. An Akara. That kind of just looks like a cichlid of sorts. All right, hold up. We might need to do some checking here. Just to make sure I know what this is. That literally looks like a cichlid. It is a cichlid. Okay. Cichlids are cool. I think I think B's too high. C, they're just middle of the road. They're cool fish to have in like aquariums. Definitely. They're aggressive though. They fight each other and stuff. Not great. Air breathing catfish. I think catfish are cool fish. They're really cool. I don't know. Probably a C as well. Now, okay. Alligator gar, I think we got our first big dog. This one might get upgraded to an S. Alligator gar are huge. They're prehistoric monsters, and they just look really cool. They're massive. They get ginormous. Just absolutely massive. All right, next we got an alligator. For its iconicness, I think we have to go B. I personally don't really I don't love or hate them, but I think so. C would be where I would rank them personally. Just get if it was what do you think of alligators? Yeah, sure, C. Middle of the pack. But I think they're so iconic they gotta go B. Angel shark, little less iconic than a lot less actually iconic than the alligator. And I just off the vibes, I think angel shark goes into B. Angel fish probably goes B as well. It's a very noticeable marine small shoaling fish. I guess they don't really shoal, but they're a small reef fish. Very neat. Next, anglerfish I think has to go in A. I don't they're so different and so unique, and then also the way they mate with the little tiny male that attaches to them and basically just gets absorbed by the big mama fish. Oh, fire. What does that say? Am I losing it? Hold up. Angler rough shark. You're gonna get a D, even though you look cool. It's just for having really small print. Really scientific list here, guys, by the way. All right. HPV, what is going on over here? Oh my gosh. What's up with having crazy ads on stream? Arrow squid. Squids are cool. I like squids, so I think because of that, he will fall into the B category. Baleen whale. Not the coolest whale, but a very cool whale. Whales are just cool. I love marine mammals, especially big ones like whales. Barracuda, very fast fish. Shiny like actual metal, like silver metal. Kind of crazy. I think we'll go B tier on that. Basking shark, very big. They live forever, basically. They just kind of meander through the ocean, and that's pretty fire. Here, guys, I think we have our first S tier. Beluga whale has to go in S tier. Iconic. I love them. They're so unique. They're so intelligent. They're bright white. They live in very cold oceans. I love colder climates. I think beluga whale goes. They can't. There's some scary stuff, and then the things about them mimicking speech or whatever, that is a little spooky. But I think it's all coincidence, So beluga gets an S. All right, black dragonfish here. Black dragonfish. Oh no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Nope. That's a D. Scary as heck. It's just nasty looking. It's not even cool. I guess, is that supposed to be like a lure? Kind of like the angler? No, what is that? Ew! None of that. We will have none of that here. All right, blue crab. I've heard they're very tasty. Never had one. Crabs are cool, so I think we're going B tier. B tier probably here. Yeah, we'll do B tier. All right. I'm really fighting to put the S-Tang, or the S-Tang, the blue tang in S or A. I mean, iconic, Finding Nemo, Dory, you know, and just in general, it's like a super cool looking fish. We'll put an S tier for now. It might get demoted if I feel like there's too many in S tier. S tier's got to be saved for the upper echelon. Speaking of the upper echelon, blue whale, largest animal that we know, deserves S tier absolutely by itself. Size, iconicness, cool factor, vibes, aura, all of it. S tier. Blue Gigi, bluegill, blue Gigi will probably, now a big pan sized one like that probably gets a C, but any other blue Gigi other than that's probably getting a D. You go fishing with anyone under the age of like 12, they're just going to be going after bluegill the entire time, and then you're just going to have to take the hook off them off the hook every single 2 seconds because they bite on anything. But blue Gigi are classic. All right, bowfin. I think bowfin are a lungfish, and not many people know about them, so I think they're kind of cool. In fact, hold up, let me. Yeah, they're cool. They kind of look like snakeheads, honestly. I think. Where did it go? I think bowfin goes in D. They're just so forgettable. I think they can live on land for. Actually, we'll go F. And the more I thought about it, black dragonfish is going down. F. Box jellyfish. Is that the super deadly one? If so, scary because they don't even look that cool. A lot of jellyfish do look really cool. But for being deadly, they're just down there. Now, boxfish, or is this like cowfish as well? Is that the same thing? Cowfish, we probably. Oh, they're so freaking cute though. We'll throw them up in B. Bristlemouth, I can't even see the full thing. We'll probably go D. Bull shark, iconicness, we gotta go A. I don't have a thing with sharks necessarily. I don't love them, don't hate them. But we have to go A, I think, just based on the iconicness of it. Bullhead catfish. Same reason as blue Gigi, but they can hurt you, so they're going in D. Bullhead shark, pretty cool. We'll go B. Middle of the road. Bumblebee snail. That's pretty cool. We'll go C. Butterfly fish. If we put angelfish at B and blue tang at S. C tier. Carp. A lot of people talk bad about carp. This shown here, I think, is a grass carp or a common carp. They are invasive to the United States, and they overpopulate like crazy. But they don't really outcompete native fish. Other carp, like silver carp, Asian carp, all that obviously is not that good, but common carp, they take the big mouth and small mouth buffalo kind of niche, which isn't great, but like they're pretty much native species at this point in many places, especially like Minnesota where I grew up. So not enough to go F tier, but we will go D. One time I back hooked a carp on a giant like catfish fishing rod, and I fought that thing for like 20 minutes. It was ridiculous. It was a very big carp. So D tier for carp. Catfish, is this just supposed to be like freshwater catfish? Fun to catch, very cool to look at, and they're just kind of monsters in general. Depends which ones you're talking about. Like in the US, you got the blue the blue cat, the channel cat, and the flathead. Flatheads can look like freaking shovels when you pull them out. I think they're just so iconic. Oh, I kind of want to say S tier. They're really cool fish. We'll also say S tier and put them in front of the blue tang, and we'll. But then I feel like alligator gar. We'll come back to that later. Chub sucker. That's a crazy name. Clownfish. Same thing as dory. In fact, in front of dory. That's just an iconic fish. Cod. A lot of people eat cod. A lot of people eat cod. Fish sticks. You like fish sticks? One in the chat if you like fish sticks. I think cod or C. You know, just middle of the pack fish. They're nothing crazy. Eating wise, they're not that great. They're fine. All right. Coelacanth. A. Almost simply for the iconicness of it. They thought this fish was extinct, and then they found it. Relatively not that long ago, they found like a population of them, and they're like, whoa, this fish isn't extinct, and they're very bony, kind of cool looking. They look prehistoric. It's very neat. Colossal giant squid. Same thing. We had an idea that they existed, especially the markings that would be found on sperm whales, but like they hadn't had too many on camera, hadn't like seen many. It's a very cool species, and we'll put them up there. Cookie cutter shark, absolutely disgusting. F tier. Cowrie? Oh, is that what a cowrie is? Oh, interesting. Those are really cool shells. I didn't mean to put you in F. Sorry, cowrie. We'll put you in C, I think. Cool shells, but I don't know much about the species. Crappie. Crappie would be about the same as blue kiki, but they're cooler and they taste a lot better. Crappie going into B tier. Crocodile. Same thing as alligator. Scarier. They will go in C tier. Cuttlefish. Cuttlefish are very cute. I think we got to put them in B tier. Damselfish. They're fine. They're iconic aquarium fish. I personally don't really care for them. D. Dolphins have to go S. They absolutely have to be in S tier. Too iconic, even if I wanted to say stuff about how like evil they are and how they, grape each other and grape each other's blowholes and play with pufferfish to get high, stuff like that. Drumfish. D. They just kind of suck. Oh, dugong. Not a manatee, so I think we gotta go B tier. But like a manatee's obviously gonna be an S. Very cool. Electric eel. Eels are nasty. They're scary. But what can we say? They're electric. We're also going B tier. Emperor penguin. I don't know why this is on this list. I guess they are an aquatic animal. We'll put them in S. Penguins are iconic. False killer whale. Kind of the creepier looking. Whatever they are. I don't know if they're a they're a cetacean. I don't know if they're actually a whale or more of a like dolphin porpoise thing. We'll go C tier. False killer. Actually, they're really scary. We'll go D. Fangtooth, absolutely nasty. D tier. Fin whale. Cool whale. I guess if we put baleen whale, I think fin whale's got to go up there as well. I just love the whales. Whales are awesome. Flashlight fish. Creepy looking thing, but unique. We'll put it in C tier. Florida gar. We'll go C tier because gars are cool. They're unique. But it's definitely not an alligator gar. Flounder, very unique fish. And for the iconicness, it would normally sit in C, I think, but iconicness has got to go B tier. Flying fish, these guys can fly like 600 feet or something crazy, which is super cool. For that reason alone, they're going in B. Fried egg jellyfish, that's great, wonderful. I don't even know anything about them. C tier. Frogfish are getting an A. They're cool. Galapagos penguin, I mean B. They're fine. They're neat, but fine. Gobies? I think gobies, same reason as frogfish, get an A tier. They're so cool. Goblin sharks are terrifying. D tier, why the hell do they look like that? Golden shiner, C tier, middle of the road. Goliath grouper, I think we have to put an S. They're just such a cool fish. They are an incredible looking fish. Like, it is so cool how they look. So we'll go Goliath grouper in S tier. Great white shark, same reason. Incredible fish. S tier all the way. What the hell is a grunion? Halibut have to get freaking shot when you catch them. They're like giant flounder, terrifying. Hammerhead shark, S tier. One of the things I'm most excited about Planet Zoo 2 coming out is that. Is that a handfish? C. Hermit crabs, classic, A tier. A tier for the hermit crabs. Herring, D. Humpback whale. Humpback whale's probably gonna be an S tier. I think. You know, they're definitely above the baleen and fin whale. Just cool species. Humpback whales are awesome. A jackass penguin, because he's a jackass, he's going in F tier. That looks like another cichlid. Makes me think whoever made this really likes cichlids. Cichlid, C. C for cichlid. Jawfish. That thing is eating something massive. That's pretty cool. B tier. John Dory. That looks like a lionfish, but apparently it's not. C tier. King crab. Very cool. B tier. Crabs are cool. That's a giant crab too. King mackerel. C tier. Just for the respect. Would have been D, just normal mackerel, but king mackerel's pretty fire. King penguin. Oh shoot, which one's the bigger one? I think emperor is, right? So king penguin, I think, has to go in A. They're just not the top dogs. Knife fish, kind of ugly if we're being real. Krill rule the world, man. It's like the krill and Happy Feet 2. Wow. Lake sturgeon, really cool fish. Really cool fish, S tier. Largemouth bass, I might get some flack for this. Bass are kind of boring to catch, boring to fish for. But for icon, no, I'm going B. I'm standing on business. Lemon sharks, C. They live pretty close to humans, kind of cool. Lionfish, gosh, they're so pretty. I think we gotta go A, but they are very invasive. Very destructive. Lion's mane jellyfish. They're so big. Man of War is bigger, I think. S tier. S tier. They're very cool. Cool jellyfish. I do think we gotta zoom out here. This is... Lobster. Kind of low-key, don't taste as good as I thought they would, but they are really cool animals. Really cool crustaceans. We'll go S tier for lobsters as well. Guys, I don't think we're going to get the other tiers in tonight. Holy moly. I don't know what I was talking about. Long-nosed gar, same thing as Florida gar, C tier. Look down. Get out of here. Mahi, really goofy looking fish. A tier. Very cool fish. Manatee, S tier. Potentially one of the easiest S tiers here. Where did I just put the manta ray? Did that thing? Oh, it's right here. Manta ray, also S tier, iconic. Mantis shrimp, very cool shrimp, A tier. Marine otter. Otters are low-key kind of scary. These guys are very cute though. A tier, not S. Marlin, S tier, I think. Yeah, S tier. Midas, dumbass head. Get your dumbass head out of here, bro. These guys are so ugly. I don't think they're cool looking. They creep me the hell out. Prey eels, F tier. Mud skipper, same thing as gobies and frogfish. They're just goofy and very funny. Muskie, S tier. Apparently one of the hardest fish to catch, freshwater. I would like to catch one someday. Very neat. Narwhals, so unique. Their tooth is just incredible. Do you know that like narwhals can have they can have a genetic blocker that allows both their front teeth to grow that way? So they'll have two of them. Pretty incredible. Narwhals, S tier. Nautilus, probably a C tier. They're pretty cool. B tier. Snakehead, F tier. They're monsters. Oarfish, very cool fish. Almost never see them, but then they'll wash up on like shore sometimes, even though they're deep sea fish. I think we gotta go A tier. They're very rare, very cool. Ocean sunfish, mola mola. D for dumb. They're getting D for dumb. These guys will like float on the surface. They'll have chunks eaten out of them. They're riddled with parasites, and the only way they can get the parasites off, because they're so slow and dumb, is to float on the surface, making themselves easy prey for predators. There's that video recently that came out of a killer whale like ramming it in the, like an orca ramming it, and it just explodes. And these things are like big. They're like thousands of pounds. They're huge. But they're very dumb. They're so dumb. They're mostly bone and like cartilage. Their meat, just they'll get eaten by seals, sea lions, and sharks and stuff, and just sit there and not even get scared and swim away. Very interesting. Octopus goes in A tier. Very cool. Orca, iconic S tier. Now that I say that, we're gonna upgrade octopus is just so cool. Oscars are cool. They're cool aquarium fish. They're very aggressive. They're a type of cichlid. I think we have to go C tier with all the other cichlids right now. But no, we'll go B tier. I like Oscars. Panfish, same thing as blue gigi. They're just fine. I mean, they're the same. Like pumpkin, they can hybridize and stuff. Parrotfish are pretty cool. We'll go B tier. Peacock bass, very unique invasive species to Florida. They're red eye. They're very cool. We'll go B tier. Pickerel, because of Red Dead Redemption 2 and how little they are, they're rated D tier. Okay, polar bear. I'm gonna go on a quick rant here. Polar bear are going to be A tier, not S tier, because obviously they're bears. They're very cool. They're unique. But I do have a bone to pick with some of the style in which they try to play to people's heartstrings for conservation and stuff. It's like, I'm pretty sure polar bears are of least concern. They're not endangered. They're not critically, they're nothing like that. They're of least concern. So they're like not even on the list. But people love them and people don't want them to die. And obviously, like, climate change and stuff is affecting their natural habitat, so that is not good for that point. But the save the polar bears thing is, polar bears are going to be able to move south since they're apex predators, and they will probably beat out grizzly bears and Kodak bears, or Kodiak bears, Kodak, and they will outcompete them. They're just monsters, you know. They're huge, so they aren't really that in trouble in the sense of, I wish they would do better at educating more about things that actually need help and actually need support. Don't get me wrong, like, yes, up north, the taiga biomes and the Arctic and the ice caps, they do need care, but it's just, you know what I'm saying. Rant over. What the hell is that thing? Prawn, you're going literal definition of C tier. I don't know what that is. Ratfish. I can't think of anything else that... Yeah. Pufferfish. Pufferfish are cool. A tier. Red snapper, B tier. Cool fish. Rockhopper penguin. Alright. My favorite type of penguin. S tier. Royal penguin, you're fine. Probably B tier, honestly. People love penguins. Sailfish. Sailfish, very similar to marlin. Not quite as cool as the marlin. We will go A tier. Salmon. A tier fish. Good eats. Cool fish. Cool story. Sand shark, tiger. C tier. That's a fine shark. Sarcastic fringe head. Screw you, man. Screw you, fish. Sawfish, saw shark. Oh, why'd they put both of them together? There's like different ones. The sawfish, very cool. A tier. I don't even know what that says. D tier. Sea lion. Very cool. Do we put sea lion? Yeah, sea lion goes in S tier. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sea otter, didn't we already do sea otter? Did I drop them at some point? A tier. Oh, marine otter, sea otter, different? My fault. Sea snakes, F. Not cool. Sea spider, very cool. Cool crab. Sea urchin, I'm not gonna lie, anytime I've ever been in the ocean, which is very few times, I'm very scared of these. We'll go C tier. C tier. Sand shark tiger's getting demoted to D. I don't care. Sea dragon, very cool. Probably gonna go A for this. No, we'll go B for the sea dragon. Seahorse, A. Very obviously has to go in A. No other choice. Seal, same as a sea lion. Oh. Okay, sea lions are S, seals are just gonna be A for now. Shrimp, shrimp are... That's a cool looking shrimp, we'll go A. Smallmouth bass. I think these are more highly sought after than the, where did I put that? I thought I put it in C. Did I put bigmouth bass in B? Or bigmouth, largemouth? They're more sought after. I think we'll go A for the smallmouth. I'll give ground a little bit there. I don't even know what that is. That's creepy looking though. Snook, dumb name. Sperm whale, of course. S tier. Starfish. That's my main man, Pat. S tier. Stonefish, terrifying. Also scared to step on them when I was in the ocean. Stoplight, loose jaw, what does that even mean? Oh, what the hell? That looks like the black sea dragon. Yeah, get out of here, bro. You're done. Done for. Sturgeon! Similar to the lake sturgeon. These sturgeon are actually way cooler. We're gonna move that sturgeon down. Sunfish, same thing as panfish. Whatever. D. Swordfish. B tier. So we got marlin, sailfish, swordfish all the way at the bottom above those guys. Thresher shark, it's a decent, cool... they got a really cool tail. We'll go B tier for the thresher shark. What is that thing? Tilapia, the rats of the sea. Get out of here. Actually, we'll go D. Toothfish, scary. Triggerfish are like evil. I've heard that. For that reason, since they want the smoke, we'll put them in A tier. That's pretty cool. They'll just attack people when they're swimming. Trout, B tier. They're cool fish, but I don't think too much of them. Trumpet fish, really funny looking. Really funny looking for that reason. A tier. Tuna, classic. B tier. Vaquita, the tiny little dolphins, we'll go B tier because they're very cute, but not super well known. Wahoo, they're in the same boat as mackerel, I think, honestly. Walleye, best tasting fish you will ever eat in your life, and I stand by that. Walleye, get S tier. Walrus, S tier. Very obviously one of my favorite animals, walrus. Warmouth, I don't know what a warmouth is. We're gonna go D tier on the warmouth. Warsaw grouper, I mean it's a grouper, we'll go C tier for that reason because it's probably big and cool. Whale shark, also one of the coolest animals alive. S tier. Whitetail gulper eel. Whiptail, sorry. We'll go F. I don't love eels. Actually, we'll go D. Wolffish, you are nasty. F tier. White bass, C tier, middle of the road fish. African dwarf. Why is there frogs here? What happened? Okay, let's get all the other things out of here other than the frogs. I don't know why there's frogs. Axolotls. This type that have been bred to be this coloring is kind of a really sad story, so we're not going to put them in S, even though I love them. The natural colored ones are very cool, but you have to be really careful keeping them. It's important to keep them safe and kept correctly. Pistol shrimp, full shrimp, full shrimp. Oh my goodness, we're losing it. We'll go B tier for the pistol shrimp. No, we'll go one higher. Sea turtle. Honestly, I'm gonna put them in A. Sea turtles are really cool, but I personally like both the leatherback and the, why can't I think of the other one? It's like a rusty color. Humpback sea turtle, is that what that is? I think those are cooler. Those ones would be S. But since it's just the green sea turtle, we'll go A. A marine iguana, actually this should go on here. These guys are goofy, they're kind of scary. I went to Curacao last year, like a island off the coast of it's by like Aruba. It's the ABC Islands off the coast of Venezuela, I think. And these guys were just everywhere, and they'd fall out of trees, and they just look like statues. They're pretty freaking cool. We'll go B. Tarpon, ain't shit sweet in Tarpon Springs, C tier. Triple tail, D tier. Roosterfish, we will go C tier. Okay, as for these aren't really, I mean, they're semi-aquatic, and there has been other semi-aquatic. I won't actually drag these ones, I'll just give them rankings real quick. We'll zoom in, give them rankings, and then look at the bottom, or at the other ones. African bullfrog, in terms of frogs, definitely an S tier, very cool. Georgie on Alveus, incredible frog. They get really big, they're cool. African dwarf frog, goofy looking, memeable. African bullfrog, S tier. African dwarf frog, A tier. American bullfrog, A tier. I can't read what that is, but just based off looks, we'll go B tier. Black rain frog, so sad, S tier. Boofus, Boofus will get a B tier. Budget's frog, A tier. Bushveld rain frog, also very cool, S tier. Cane toad, not good, D tier. C tier. Common eastern froglet, C tier. Desert rain frog, S tier. Goliath frog, S tier. Horned frog, S tier. Indian bullfrog, that's so unique, but we'll go A tier. I don't know why you're here. Mountain chicken frog, D tier. Pseudo amaranus, that doesn't say anus. What am I talking about? We'll go D tier. I can't really see it. It's very little, actually. B tier. C tier, I mean. Poison dart frog, S. You gotta go S. Red-eyed tree frog, S. You're also not one. I'll talk about that one in a second. This one, I kind of low-key have trypophobia, but because I want to touch it, not because I'm scared of it, which is also just as weird. D tier for Suriname frog. Tomato frog, S tier. I've wanted to own a tomato frog for so long, but I've always been questionable about the pet trade. And I don't know if I want to support that, but tomato frog, S tier, very cool. True frog, if you're true, you get a B, bro. True toad, is that just trying to throw in every other thing? I would say like a leopard frog, I would give a tier as well. And then true toad, American toads, I would give a B, and Fowler's toad, I'd give an A. And then the Vietnamese mossy frog, that's pretty cool. We'll give that one a B. It's based on the list. Monitor lizard, they're pretty cool. Probably give them a B. Salamanders, I would give an S overall, because salamanders are just really cool. I owned 2 salamanders growing up. One like didn't have a foot and was very, very skinny. And I owned them, rather. I had them in like a terrarium, and they lived for quite a long time. Both died of what I believe was old age. I didn't take them to the vet or anything, if I'm gonna be honest. So maybe they died of sickness or something. But things seemed good up until I had them for a few years, and then they died. They died relatively close time to each other, and then we buried him, and that was that. There was Toothless and Felix. Toothless was the very skinny one. Felix was the very fat one. The one had an eating issue, and the other one ate just enough to survive. It was pretty incredible. All right, so I think that is the end of this tier list. Is there anything? I think we have to say congratulations to our big winners up here. Obviously, the blue whale, the beluga whale, the dolphin, the walleye, catfish, clownfish, blue tang, emperor penguin, Goliath grouper, great white shark, hammerhead shark, humpback whale, sturgeon, lion's mane jellyfish, man o' war would also be up there, lobsters, manatee, manta ray, marlin, muskie, narwhal, orca, octopus, rockhopper penguin, sea lion, sperm whale, starfish, lake sturgeon, walrus, and the whale shark. Big congratulations. Honorable mentions to the alligator gar, to the coelacanth, to the frogfish, the goby, and where's mud skipper. Oh, incredible species. So yeah, that's it. That is this entire aquatic animals, like 180 or so, a little under with the frogs. The tier list done by a degreed zoologist. If you disagree with any of these, put it in the comments. Type in chat right now if you're in the chat. But also for the video that this is going to be, put it in the comments if you disagree with me at all, and I will fight